Millions of Americans just woke up in 2026 with a fucked up surprise. Their health insurance just increased drastically in price. Overnight, the enhanced ACA subsidies expired, and Congress did nothing to stop it. Nothing. But I don't think anyone is surprised. These tax credits kept premiums affordable for over 20 million people. Self-employed workers, farmers, small business owners, parents, people who don't get insurance from a job and don't qualify for Medicaid or Medicare. Some families are seeing costs double. Others are seeing them triple. One mom's premium went from $85 a month to nearly $750. Another went from $350 to $500 just to stay covered. Lawmakers knew this deadline was coming for years. Democrats warned about it. Even some Republicans admitted it was a problem. Trump floated a fix, then backed off after conservative backlash, so the subsidies died. At the same time, Congress already slashed over $1 trillion from healthcare and food assistance, and now millions are being told to figure it out. Experts say nearly 5 million people could drop coverage entirely this year because they simply cannot afford it, which makes healthcare more expensive for everyone else. So that sucks. People are now choosing between rent, groceries, and staying alive. Keep in mind, this is a political choice. Affordability is voters' number one issue heading into the midterms, and Washington just made healthcare dramatically more expensive for millions of families.
Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone. Hey, I can do what I can when I can, and a lot of the topics that I cover can be mentally taxing, but I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I want to talk about ACA, which is the Affordable Care Act that's currently known as Obamacare, which a lot of people had no idea that the Affordable Care Act was Obamacare, and it's just a name that people put on it to stigmatize it and tie it to Obama so people would hate it. And I don't understand, because a biracial man mixed with black is the one who came up with it, so it killed them inside. As we know, Hurricane Trump, came in his first term. He wasn't tearing things up, but he was setting the groundwork, and we were in the eye of the storm. And now we are in the second part of Hurricane Trump, which he is tearing things up. The first year has been insane. They hit the ground running to implement their little project, whatever. And things are not, I don't believe that it's going according to plan, and it's because of the ideals they hold. They thought everything that they would be doing would affect only non-colorless people, and it's majority affecting colorless people. Now, I'm not saying that, when it's bad, we as black people, we experience it harder than everyone else. And I'm not going to take away from that, but a lot of things have been happening to show them their vote basically did them in, and the shots are being fired toward them. Now, I'm one of those people who people bitch and moan about, who was questioning Kamala Harris, what she would do, what she wouldn't do. I was judging what Joe Biden did and what he didn't do, his promises and everything. So I, as a thinking person, is like, okay, so who would be the better candidate? Personally, I didn't like either one. No, I didn't vote. If you feel like, oh, you're the reason why this happened, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm on the F them both train. I have been for a while. The last time I voted was for Obama. So I really don't care if, there's people who feel like you're the reason why this, I'm not the reason why this happened. This was a red wave. Everybody knew it was coming as a backlash to Obama being president in the first place. So, and in the end, it's hurting them a lot in a lot of different ways that they never thought. So with ACA, it's going to rise so drastically for them if it hasn't already. And there have been people talking about how they were paying $30. It went up $300. Some people $130 something dollars. It went up $400. I just don't understand how you can do that, especially in this economy, to people who have barely any money. And I think sometimes the public can give off this persona that it's almost like they're hoarding their money, and they do have money, because if you look at the amount of people who are running around losing their minds over Starbucks bear cups and There was a Roller Rabbit cup and these jars made for sourdough starters, and you just have to have all of these Stanley cups, tumblers, and everything else. I believe that Stanley cups and decorative cups and things like that are the equivalent to what they would say, oh, Jordans are to blame. Because it's been insane, the Labubus and all that stuff. So if you have money to run out and buy that, currently it's Chick-fil-A win the Golden Cup. That's the latest thing that I've heard about. So if you have money to buy that, so they think, we can bleed the beat even more and just get more out of you, because if you're buying that, you most definitely have some money that we can get a hold to with the way rent and mortgages have gone up. Car insurance, the price of cars, everything is astronomical. The stores are like an organized crime syndicate that has the unfettered ability to just rob you blind and take the clothes off of your back. It is out of control. And it's the same with ACA. So basically, it's enhanced premium tax credits, and they expire December 31st, 2025. These premium tax credits are known as subsidies, and they will be available in 2026, but you will pay way more out of pocket for it. So it's not looking good, because I do know a lot of people who were self-employed workers who had small businesses. It says here that they make up 1 in 4 marketplace enrollees. They were able to get health care. I will pin a video of a man who said he was willing to vote against the Affordable Care Act, even though it had given him, his wife, and his children the ability to get the health care that they needed. He said he would vote against it, lose it, in the name of tearing it down because it's affiliated with Obama. Yeah, it came out of the horse's mouth, but I'll pin that video that I did. According to the Urban Institute, the number of Black people who are uninsured in 2026 will increase by 30%. And it's because of the increasing rates. And as long as this is happening, it makes them happy, because they like your suffering. They get off on Black suffering. And it says here that Tracy, a 57-year-old customer service representative from Georgia, who out-of-pocket premiums are set to rise by $350 a month. Who can afford that? And a 45-year-old IT consultant from Illinois takes insulin for diabetes. So I don't know how they are going to. So basically, they want people to perish, and they don't care. Okay, and it says the out-of-pocket costs increase already set to begin in 2026 due to the Trump administration. And it says people with lower income will tend to face the largest percentage increase premiums cost because of the enhancement that expired. And it shows here that a single individual making $22,000, I don't know who is surviving on that, but that's insane. There is no way that a person is surviving life on that income without like partnering up with someone, having a roommate or a couple of roommates, because that is shameful and embarrassing. How dare you call yourself the greatest country in the world and you're paying people anyway, it's 140%, not 100%, way over 100% of the poverty level. And they will no longer be eligible for a zero premium silver plan with a cost reduction, and will see their monthly marketplace premiums rise from $0 to $66, an annual increase of $786 a month. And people like that are eligible for food assistance and other programs that have been gutted. They can't afford that $66. That's the difference between them getting the medication they need and death, or not being able to eat, or possibly being homeless. Like I said, there is a spirit over this country, which to me, Trump is an excellent representation of the soul and heart, if you want to call it that, of this country. It's depraved and deviant. A single individual making $32,000 They said that's 204% of the poverty level. My goodness. Will see their monthly premiums rise from $58 to $180. That's over double. $1,468 annually. A couple. Two people making 222. Oh, wow. I guess they're going on the lowest end they could think of, because I don't know who combined together is living. It's not possible. These numbers are ridiculous. A household of 100,000 is barely making it. So what do you think is going on with two people that's making under 45? One person makes, anyway. A couple making 44,000 is 208% of the poverty level. Will see their marketplace premiums rise from $85 to $253, $2,000 annually, and a family of four. And you wonder why the birth rate is plummeting to hell. You wonder why people would rather get a pet than to have children. Have you lost your rabbit a mind? Who is taking care of a family of four on $60,000? That's barely comfortable. I wouldn't even say comfortable. That's barely survivable for one person. And it's 205 of the poverty level. Will see their monthly premiums rise from $121 to damn near $400, $3,000 annual. This is sick. This is sick, it's twisted, and it's depraved. People keep saying this is what you voted for, as if the Democrats are doing anything to step in and do anything to help. I've been kind of sick of hearing this savior complex that Kamala, she would have kept it the status quo. Do I think she could have affected food prices, gas prices, and making things comfortable? No, I don't. But would it have been this? No. Personally, I thought people would vote in their best interest, and they didn't, which would have been Kamala Harris if a lot of these POCs wanted to vote in their best interest and not have this happening. And Trump did say what he was going to do. Personally, I believe this nation, even though, we as a community are going through the hardships as well, this nation is getting exactly what it deserves and what it's deserved for centuries. And this is only year one, so we have a couple of more to go. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna rest. I've been resting since before the 2024 election. I was resting way before then, because I was over it way before then. And I'm gonna get my popcorn and my drink, and I'm gonna watch the bitch burn down to the ground, because at this point you are dealing with some very spiritually wicked, evil people. And I say that because they are aware of what they're doing, and they don't give half of an F about how this affects anybody. As long as they are stuffing and filling their pockets, regardless of which side of the aisle it's on, the only thing these people do is run their mouth. The only thing that people do is talk. There is no action between the Democrats and the Republicans. They go back and forth with each other. They attend parties together. They attend their children's celebrations together. They are friends. They're thick as thieves together on this, because whatever Trump is able to slip in, if there is a blue wave, they are going to pretend like they can't untangle shit, and it's going to stay the way it is. I'm gonna make that prediction, because I didn't say anything about this when I knew that it would be a red wave and all of this would backfire, and I knew that the very people who was laughing and Trump won, they were going to be hurt the most. I knew it was coming. I said these chickens were coming home to roost, and look at them over there, all cozy and roosting. The only sad part about it is that we have been integrated into a burning building, and we're suffering fucking second-degree burns from the bullshit. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.